Hello student, today we'll start the megasporogenesis. This is the second video. After the microsporogenesis, the process of formation of the megaspore from megaspore mother cell by meiotic division is known as megasporogenesis. This process it occurs inside the ovule. Megasporogenesis can be studied under several headings like structure of ovule, the different types of ovule, and the formation of the female gametophyte, that is the egg cell inside the ovule. These things we'll study one by one. Here in the megasporogenesis, uh, the complete process it occurs inside the ovary. As we know, the pistil is the female reproductive part of the plant. This female reproductive part, it is differentiated into upper part called as a stigma, next style, and lower part is called as ovary. In the ovary, there is the ovule inside it. Here the process, complete process that includes the formation of the egg cell, I'll explain here in detail. At first we'll go for the structure of ovule. In the structure of ovule, here we can you can say that ovule which is here of various type. Here the typical ovule in your book it is given is the anatropous ovule. Here I'll explain one by one what is anatropous and other types of ovule. First we'll see ovule which is surrounded by two integuments. The two integumented structure that is having a stalk. The stalk is called as a funicle. One end of the funicle is attached to the placenta and the other part is to the body of the ovule. The point of attachment of the funicle with the body is called as hilum. Sometimes funicle gets fused with the body and forms the raphe. The body of the ovule, it shows two ends. One is called as the basal end, which is often called the chalaza, and the upper part is called as the micropillar end. In micropill, you will find the integuments are partially covered and they leave one gap at the top. The integument encloses a large mass of cells which are parenchymatous in nature. Those parenchymatous tissues are called as the nucleus cell. Here there is different types of ovule based on the position of the micropill. The micropill, when it is up, it is called as orthotrophus. When it is towards the bottom or towards the gravity, it is called as the anatropous ovule, amphitropous, campylotropous, hemitropous, and sarcenotropous. These are the different types of ovule. Here the typical ovule is displayed on you. Here go through the various parts. This is the hilum, then funicle is seen, micropyle, micropillar pole, outer integument and inner integument, nucleus, that is the parenchymatous tissues at the center. Then there is embryo sac which will be developed later inside the ovule. The bottom part or the base part is called as the chalazal pole. Here we will study how the megaspore is produced. The ovule or the megasporangium, it is developed as a small outgrowth from the placental tissues. In very young ovule, we will find a small hypodermal cell gets differentiated into archisporium cell. These archisporium cell, they may get directly differentiated into the megaspore mother cell, or sometime they go for periclinal division and forms the outer layer called as a parietal cell, and the inner layer is composed of the sporogenous cell. The sporogenous cell, it directly behave as a megaspore mother cell, or simply we say megasporocyte. These are the diploid cells. These diploid mother cell enlarge in size and divides by meiotical division. As a result, four tetrads are produced from megaspore mother cell. The megaspore mother cell tetrads, mostly they are found in a T or inverted T shape. The tetrad are also formed. Megaspore is the first cell of female gametophyte of the linear tetrad. The three megaspores, of which is towards the micropillar end, gets degenerated and remains only one. But in some cases, but it is seen in some cases there is two spores remain, whereas in some cases it is found four spores remain as the functional embryo sac. When there is a single spore acts as the embryo sac, it is called as a monosporic type. When two megaspores are having the functional activity, they are called as a bisporic. When four cells, four megaspores they act, they are called as a tetrasporic type. If we go for the integument, it may be single or it may be two. Accordingly, they are called as a unitegmic or bitegmic. Unitegmic or bitegmic, that is based on the integuments present in them. Now, we'll go for the development of female gametophyte. The process of development of female gametophyte or embryo sac from megaspore is called the megagametogenesis. Here I am explaining about the monosporic form, monosporic type. So I say one megaspore situated towards the chalaza and takes part in the development of the embryo sac. The functional haploid megaspore enlarges in size, and by means of three successive mitotic division, it produces 8 nuclei inside the embryo sac. 4 nuclei occurs in the micropillar region, whereas 4 moves towards the chalazal end. After this, 3 nuclei at the micropyle end forms the egg apparatus, and 3 it forms the antipodals, whereas at the center one migrates from each pole. It forms the polar nuclei at the center fuse together to form the secondary nucleus. So here you will find altogether there is 8 nuclei inside the embryo sac, but 7 cells are produced, 3 in each fold and 1 at the center. But you note down that in 8 nuclei, out of these 8 nuclei, 6 nuclei form the wall around them. If question comes, how many cells, how many nuclei in the embryo sac gets wall formation around them. The answer should be the 8 out of 8, only 6. If question comes, how many cells are present inside the embryo sac, the answer should be 7 cells. And total number of nuclei inside the embryo sac is 8. Towards the micropyle, as I said, there is 3 cells, 3 nuclei. They form the cell called as the egg apparatus. The central one is called as the egg cell, having a large vacuole at the upper part and a prominent nucleus at the lower end. Whereas it is surrounded by 2 synergids. The synergids so a filiform apparatus at their upper wall. If we see the synergids, they have vacuole at the lower end and the nucleus is found in them at the upper end. These synergids, they help in the movement of the pollen tube towards the egg cell. As I said, there is the central polar nuclei, the 2 polar nuclei to fuse together before fertilization, and they form a diploid nucleus called as the secondary nucleus or definitive nucleus. After the fertilization, it will give to endosperm. Whereas there is 3 antipodals are found towards the chalazal end. These are generally degenerated as soon as the fertilization occurs.